All right, so for number 21, we have the 4th and 5th grade students at Sanchez Elementary. We're going to be seated in the cafeteria, given a table that has 4th grade at 147 students and 5th grade at 261. All the students were seated at 8 tables with the same number of students at each table. What is the best estimate of the number of students at each table? So we are going to first start off with 4th grade, maybe. So 4th grade has 147 students. 5th grade has 261 students. So the first thing that we need to know is we need to know whenever we're estimating, we are rounding. So this 147 is actually going to round down to 100, and 261 is going to round up to 300, giving us those really easy numbers. We need to figure out how many students there are altogether, so we would add those two numbers up, and that's going to give us 400. Okay? From the 400, now I know that they need to be seated at 8 tables. Okay? 8 tables is rounded to 10. So at this point, now we're going to be dividing the 400 students by the about 400 students by the about 10 tables. We know that 400 divided by 10 is going to equal 40. And I do that by knowing that my base fact is 4. What times 1 is going to give me 4, which is the 4, and then the 2 zeros give me the 1 0. We do this with the inverse operation, so what times 10 is going to equal 400. So the base fact would be what times 1 equals 4, which is 4, and then I already have a 0, so I need to add another 0 to give me the 2 zeros, so that's where we get the 40. So this 40 gets moved over there. And sorry, everything is looking really crazy. I'm having to do this digitally and not on paper, so that's why the handwriting and everything looks crazy. Anyways, this is answer choice D. That doesn't look like a D. Again, I'm really sorry. I don't know why this is doing that. Okay, so that was 21. Now for number 22. It says Nathan wrote these digits on the board in his classroom, 815623. The number he created with these digits are greater than 610,000 and less than 650,000. Which two numbers could he have written on the board? So this is something new where we have two options that we can do. So the way that I would do this on my paper, what I know that it has to be bigger than 610,000. So I'm going to write that 610,000. And I know that it has to be less than 650,000. So at the bottom, I'm going to write 650,000. And this is just a good visual for me to know I need to be right in between these two numbers. So with that being said, the easiest way to do this is just to write out all 5 options. So A was 618,325. B is 615,823. C is 815,623. D is 326,185. And last but not least, E is 586,000. Again, sorry, I'm doing this on the computer and it's not necessarily looking super great. 326. So now I'm going to compare these 5 numbers and I'm trying to get it in the sweet spot box here. So I see 618,000. That is in between 610,000 and 650,000. So this one could be a correct answer. I have C 615,000. That's in between 610,000 and 650,000. That could be a correct answer. I have 815,000. That is way over 650,000. So I know that is not going to be it. It's too big. 326,000 is way smaller than 610,000, so I know that cannot be the correct answer. And 586,000 is much smaller than 610,000, so that cannot be the answer. So that is why A and B would be the two that we choose for this problem. 23. Oops, sorry, wrong button. 23 says the neighborhood of Sterling Lakes has a canned food drive for the holidays. The residents donated 3,735 canned food items. 3 different charities will share the food items evenly. How many canned food items will each charity receive? So what I know that Sterling Lakes has raised, donated, collected 3,735 cans. I know that it's going between 3 charities. I know that split evenly means that I'm going to be dividing. So all I'm going to do is 3,735 divided by my 3 charities. So asking myself how many groups of 3 can I make from 3? That's 1. 1 times 3 equals 3. Subtract equals 0. And then I'm going to bring down my 7. How many groups of 3 can I make out of 7? 2. 2 times 3 equals 6. You subtract, that equals 1. Bring down the 3. 3, how many groups of 3 can I make out of 13? That would be 4. 4 times 3 equals 12. Subtract. Bring down my 5. Now my last one, how many groups of 3 can I make out of 15? That would be 5. 3 times 5 equals 15. Subtract. That equals 0. I have nothing else to bring down. So my answer is 1,245. This one is what used to be called a griddable. So students will have 4 boxes that they have to type numbers into. Making sure that I'm typing in the numbers in the correct place value, it would be 1, then 2, then 4, then 5. So this is how we are going to put this on the computer. All right, 24. The bathroom has 9 rolls of paper towels. There are 3,457 paper towels on each roll. What is the total number? So they're asking me for the total. I know that I'm going to be multiplying. This word each means that I am either multiplying or dividing. And because it's asking me for the total, that's how I know I'm going to be multiplying. So I'm multiplying 3,457 times 9. Okay? 9 times 7 equals 63. So I'm going to regroup my 6 and drop my 3 in my answer. Then I'm going to do 9 times 5. That equals 45. Then I need to add this 6. 45 plus 6. I don't know why this... Oh, there we go. 45. Okay, whoa. Okay, 45 plus 6 equals 51. Sorry, that was that kind of... Okay, now we're doing weird things. Okay, here we go. Equals 51. So I need to regroup my 5. All right, now technology is not wanting to work with me. Why is this moving? I'm regrouping my 5, and I'm dropping my 1. I'm getting distracted now because I don't know what's happening. Now I need to do 9 times 4, which is 36, plus 5, which is equal to 41. So I'm going to regroup my 4, drop my 1. Last, I'm going to do 9 times 3, which is 27. And then 27 plus 4 equals 31. So my answer is 31,113, and that would be answer choice D on the review. Last question, we have question number 25. 25 says, Mason cut a ribbon into 4 pieces. The diagram shows the ribbon as a whole and shows its parts. If R is the length of the smallest piece of the ribbon, which equation can represent the strip diagram above? So if I would just draw that strip diagram on my paper so I can see it. I've got a small part that's labeled 4. I have an even smaller part that's labeled with the letter R. I have a bigger part that's labeled with the number 8, and then the last part is labeled with the number 6. At the bottom, it's telling me that this whole thing is 21 meters. So I'm just trying to find the equation that is going to represent this. I know that I need to add everything that's in my bar to equal 21. So all that's saying is 4 plus R plus 8 plus 6 is going to equal the 21 that's at the bottom. This is essentially what we're looking for. Now, we know that we can switch any of these numbers around over here in any which order, as long as we have these 3 numbers and letters on the left, on one side of the equal sign, and then 21 on the other side of the equal sign. The only answer choice that has that as an option is answer choice A. I know that it's not B because it's saying it equals R, and that's not what we're trying to look for. I know it's not C because it also says equals R, and I'm not looking, the R is not going to equal anything. And D, we are missing the 6. So that is why A is the correct answer. If you have any questions, please let me know. I hope that this helps.